Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy T 1111 Energy. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes, tapping in, hitting your notification bell, and thank you for your contributions. However you see fit, I am grateful. Y'all, folks mad because there's some retribution, some corrections going on. Okay, this is what Spirit said. People are pissed off about it because they wanted to keep folks dumb, little, small, inadequate, beneath them type energy. I promise you, I cannot make this up. Okay, so before we tap in, you know what time it is. We are bringing in our protection. I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my ancestors, guides, and protectors to stand with me. No harm, no deception, no lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and honest and highest good. Okay, thank you, Spirit, is welcomed here. And so it is. Ashe. Man, there's never any mistakes. Okay, so listen, I don't know who's gonna resonate with this. Hopefully all of y'all do. Okay, but this has been a journey, and there's some great news coming after some bad news because of some plans, and I don't even know how this deck did this, because look, I just shuffled and then everything is this way. So yeah. My spirit be coming through. Listen, this has been a long journey, okay? I feel like new adventure awaits, okay? A physical or emotional expanding experience is ahead, family. I cannot make it up. It's been a long time coming. This is what I'm hearing, okay? It's been a long time coming. I feel like, there's some great news that's coming, all right? After all of the bad news, okay? Because right now, let me tell you, there's news out, right? News, I cannot make it up. Ooh, there was y'all, I ain't never heard of this channel before, right? But it did pop up, and it popped up for a reason, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be seen and heard from the horse's mouth. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. Seen and heard from the horse's mouth. So let me go get what I guess Spirit wants you to know. Hold on, y'all, because I ain't gonna lie right now. Let me see. I don't lie anyway, but I'm just saying I don't want to tell you the wrong channel and then y'all be like, she don't know what she's talking about. Listen, this popped up yesterday and I didn't even know it exists. It's called Mirror, Mirror Now. Mirror Now, right? And I was like, dang, when I saw the channel, okay, it threw me off. Because all it is it's like hearing it from the horse's mouth. Because I feel like, oh, everybody, all of us, we all know about the false propaganda. We all know about fake news, okay? We learned about that growing up. The news is only gonna say what the news wants to say or print it out. Well, why don't you just go there? Mirror Now, okay? Mirror now, NOW, okay? This is the energy, right? Because there has been, family, I ain't lying. There's been a lot of bad news, okay? A lot of bad news that makes people spin their wheels, okay? Other folks like, oh, this is happening, that's happening. Oh, all that's lies. All that's lies, okay? All that is lies. I just want to let you know. So, you want to hear something from the horse's mouth? Go where I just told you to go, okay? With this, okay, I feel like with this journey, there has been a combination of both good news and bad news. Okay. It's been a combination of good news and bad news. Okay. The bad news that was on the journey was always unfortunate news. Okay. Difficult. Okay. News that they wanted to share with you. It was always some sort of news that put you into the energy of possibly, anxiety, depression, that kind of news, right? I feel like you got some good news coming though. Okay. Because the journey is consistent. Okay, the journey is consistent when it comes to good and bad news. Okay, I feel like you do have some great news coming in here, though. Okay, somebody may want to share something with you, or you may just find out some good news. Okay, and it's all about your perspective and your growth. Okay, and broadening your mindset, okay, because I feel like this is all a part of the plan. This journey was all a part of plans. There's plans here, okay? I'm hearing there was plans when it came to all this chaos, okay? Because it was too much of it. The bad news, the chaos, that's too much, okay? This is what Spirit is saying. I feel like this great news, many are desperate for it, okay? Just hear me out. Many are desperate for this great news. And the reason they're desperate for the great news because we have so much damn bad news. And I mean, we've had years of bad news. And not only was it bad news, but we were watching it happen. Okay? Now, take that how it resonates. Process that however you see fit to process that message. Okay? But this is something that impacts everyone all. We've had bad news impact us. We've had great news impact us. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Tell me more about the journey and the plan, Spirit, please, and thank you. So there could be some apologies coming in. Yeah. People could be curious, too, to know what this is going to look like. There could be people out here that have a lot of clarity as well. Okay? So you got energies of people that are curious, and then you've got the clairs, the people who are very clear on situations and what and why folks are apologizing. Okay, this is what I'm getting. The plan is really to apologize, and they curious to know how you gonna react to it. And many of y'all, you real clear to how you gonna react to it. Message. Okay. Tell me more about the bad news and the chaos, Spirit, please, and thank you. Tell me more about the bad news and okay. The bad news was, wow, paired with chaos, a lot of false promises, deceit, and people thinking that shit was funny. Well, I'll be damned. Wow. But the great news, and look, this is the look, y'all. This is the only other card that was flipped over. Okay, I feel like the great news is coming after a time of desperation. Okay, and I'm just now listen. I know y'all like I ain't desperate for shit. I can just hear that. I ain't desperate for shit. Yeah, you are desperate to reconnect with something positive, with something good, okay? With some high vibrational energies, with some great news, okay? This reconnection, I do believe, will complete or make you whole, make many of you whole, okay? Take it how it resonates. But there is going to be some reconnection after desperate times, okay? I feel like great news at this point in time can't come at a time better. All right. There's going to be some reconnection here after a time of desperation, desperation for change, desperate for truth, desperate for knowledge, desperate for authenticity. Okay. Wow. Somebody about to reconnect with some career. Ooh, somebody about to reconnect with their career. Really? Ooh. Somebody could be about to reconnect with their career after dealing with a meddler. A meddler who now wants to confess some sort of regret. They may want to confess some sort of, they may have been, ooh, a meddler is regretting, maybe not confessing, being honest about something. I heard that, Spirit. Yeah, there may be some great news coming behind some meddler here. Somebody that meddled or messed with somebody's career. Okay. Somebody could be now confessing the truth. Yeah, because they regretted something. So somebody can now be confessing the truth with this honesty because they are in regret. I just heard that you made somebody a believer in secret who was gaslighting you. Damn. Yeah, this person wasn't empathetic. But it's something about your positivity pertaining to the way you handled something in the past. Really? So there's some sort of secret out here, family. Okay. Pertaining to somebody who could have been gaslighting you. Okay. And this person was not empathetic. All right. But because you stayed with this positive and past, I feel like whatever it was, it didn't make you bitter or cold. I know that. All right. It didn't make you bitter or cold, but this was all a part of your journey. Hmm. Okay. And this could have been a big favor being called in by the Most High. Ooh. What? Why would the Most High call this favor in? Look, the Most High must have tapped into somebody's spirit. The divine creator of all living things tapped into somebody's spirit. Really? I just heard the universe tapped into somebody's spirit, gave them a change of heart. Wow. Because this person had an empty well. Ooh-wee. And it was time to replenish their soul. Really? Okay, spirit. The universe tapped into somebody's soul. Look, beloved here, a radical acceptance. So many of you listen, the universe tapped into somebody's soul. Or many body souls. The universe has tapped into many souls? Really? Hold on, y'all. Huh. So this empty well that was needing to be replenished. Ooh, don't let me mess my thing up. Okay, let me see. This empty well that was needing to be replenished, the universe tapped in to somebody's soul. Beloved, you're beloved. Many love you. 16 is breaking down to 7. That's God's number. And 2. You could be born in 72 or 72, or you could be 27. 216 could be significant. 12 could be significant. This journey had a lot to do with you being accepted, whether it was good or bad. Okay, take it how it resonates. But you're loved by many. Okay. Tell me what else about this message, Spirit. You got the horseman out here. Wow. A herald of change. A herald of change. Ooh. Something could be going down on the 30th of the month. You could be life path number 2, 3, or 7. Hidden life path number could be 16. Tell me more. Yeah, listen here. You a deep diver, baby. Diving into all tasks, okay? Any task that the divine gives you, you are a deep diver when you dive. This was part of the plan, though. You had to be a deep diver during some sort of chaos. And this was part of the divine plan. Because heart is home. Listen here. I cannot make it up. The universe done tapped into a lot of souls. Okay? However this is resonating with you, the universe has tapped into a lot of souls. A lot of souls where their wells had run dry. This could be somebody significant, okay? An ex-boss, co-worker, friend, family member. It could also be just general energies as a whole. But their well had run dry. or somebody's well ran dry, especially if they were messing with you and your livelihood or something like that. Because you are loved, you are cherished, definitely by the Most High God, the divine creator of all living things, your ancestors, angels, and your spiritual team. I feel like this is the energy of others now loving you as well. And this is unconditional love. This is a radical acceptance. Because you are this horseman. You're a deep diver. And you dive not with your head, but with your heart. Compassion. I know that's right. Tell me more, Spirit. Listen, listen. Because you knew folks. You knew folks was lost. You knew they had that lost compass. They had to start getting back to integrity. People had to start getting back to their authenticity, integrity. Okay? Integrity first. Facts. Okay? Because a tidy house brings in clarity and organization. I cannot make it up. Look at Spirit talking up in here today. 35 may be significant. 8 is significant. 10 is significant. 9 is significant. 1 is significant. You could be a magician energy. You could be somebody that manifests things. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the will of the wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. I'm telling you. So some of y'all were sitting in this shadow side energy, and that's where you found these treasures. You found where folks was all kind of messed up and needed to be fixed. And then look what this. Why is this deck keep? These decks are doing this. This is crazy. Okay. Yeah. Somebody could have been, look, they were still in your dreams. Dream thief here. Refusal of the call. Listen. You were dealing with a bunch of dream thieves. They were refusing the call. 13. Could have been 13 of them. 4. Breaks down to 4. Look. Hollow bone here. Yeah, these folks. Spirit was teaching you some things. That's a completion. 10 again, 28. You could be 28. You could have been born in 82. We got 8 and 8. We got 10 and 10. What? Wait a minute. Didn't I see 10 out here twice? 8. Oh, yeah, I'm holding it. Okay, it's in my hand. Okay. So there's a completion here in a cycle, okay? After a very long period of time of getting a lot of bad news, okay? The news was, the bad news was based off of chaos, false promises, all right? To include, deceit and people thinking it was funny. Something about your authenticity and your truth. Somebody here feels like they can learn. You can also be this energy. You are very teachable because you will be the first to admit you do not know all things. You could be a teacher that doesn't know all things, but you are wise. You have wisdom, but you do have knowledge as well, but you just don't know all things. Sky bridge, possibility for a union. Yeah. So somebody out here, listen, you done taught somebody a valuable lesson. Through not becoming bitter after all that has been done. And many love you for this because you dive deep. When you dive in, you dive deep. But you dive in with your heart. And your heart spoke the truth when it came to folks losing their compass. Because a tidy house brings in clarity and organization. You were dealing with a bunch of people that had a bunch of mess going on in their homes. And I don't mean like a physical home. It could have been in the physical home too, but their home, their bodies, their souls. Dragon's Horde at the bottom of the deck, protecting the future. That's exactly what you be doing. You be protecting the future, family. Whether they want to admit it or not, I feel like you are a protector of the earth. You are the protector of humanity. You are just a protector. That could be your purpose. Your life's purpose is to be a protector. That was interesting. Okay. So your life's purpose is to be a protector? Yeah, because there's a feast of plenty here, choices and consequences. Mm. Mm. I'll be damned. Okay, family. So I think I'm going to leave that message here. Because this message is definitely for many, if not you. Okay? Take it how it resonates, all right? I don't know why I picked this deck up. What you want? What you want, Spirit? Huh. I can't make it up. So somebody, you are now gaining control over your finances, your life period, living comfortably without constant worry. I feel like this is what you were trying to protect for many, for all of who is deserving. That was I heard that. That was like and this card keep being at the bottom. What is this? This Smexcapades. There was entanglements. Romantic or sexual exploits. Secret Smex acts. Unexpected flings and forbidden things going down. That's why these folks lost their compass. They lost their way. It was deeper than the flesh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yep. A lot of unhealthy comparisons too. A lot of backstabbing and betrayal. Folks being isolated from the cloud, knowing the entire time you was the distant star. Yeah, now they masked and slipped. And this was a flawless execution. So this journey was a flawless execution. Damn. Yeah, a lot of unhealthy comparisons happened here, family. A lot of backstabs and betrayals. A lot of people were isolated. But Spirit knew that you could have been a distant star, or the distant star is here. Now it says a far off goal or dream, but I feel like a lot of people didn't think whatever this is, whatever this message means to you, I feel like a lot of people didn't think it would ever be something that was reachable. This could have been something you were wishing for, and you could have felt like it was out of reach, but you continue to be inspired by whatever it was that you wanted to change. Interesting. And that's when the mask got to falling off. And that's what Spirit said. It was a flawless execution. So somebody here, whatever it was that was going down, yes, truth will always prevail. Mm-hmm. And at the bottom of the deck, because you still standing, family. You are still standing. All right. So I'm going to leave that message here. Take it how it resonates. Hopefully it does resonate with you at 2411. Okay. Let's close out. I release the weight of deception and betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth. I call back my power, my light, and my peace. I am whole. I am becoming. And so it is. Ashe. And until next time, you have a magnificent, productive day. Ashe.